Bonsoir chat. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? I hope. Hey guys. We are in a different filming location. No, we're not. We're literally just across my room. I film on that couch over there. Yeah, typically. Hi guys. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while, or maybe I have. I don't know. I don't upload consistently. I'm a busy gal. All things considered, I'm quite the busy gal. So sorry if I disappeared off the internet again, or if I hadn't like uploaded anything or gave you guys an update in a while. I've just been busy. Like that's always my excuse because I am always just busy. I have a social life. I have school, work, a social life, other worldly obligations that need my attention. So sorry if I have disappeared off of Valand. Valand, God, Empress, Queen, President, disappearing off the face of the earth. That is something that I tend to do, yes. But hi. As you can see, I am in my room again, and I'm talking to my camera. And that just means one thing. That means I'm filming another podcast episode, but you already knew that because you saw from the title of this video. And welcome back to As My Friend HELLOOO Develops, bitch. I freaking love filming this shit, guys. Also, are we gonna address the elephant in the room? Kidding, we're not. Don't mind that my tits are out, okay? I'm an adult. What do you want me to do? It's part of my body. What the fuck do you want me to do? Also, I'm low-key in the middle of doing homework. I just wanted to like create something, which is very fitting for the title of this video, creating to consume, or consuming to create, vice versa, transmutation, right? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys a little bit about consuming to create and my hobbies, because I think they're very important, and I think it's important to indulge in yourself and indulge yourself in this day and age especially. But before I get into that, hi, hello, welcome to Valand. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Welcome to my podcast yap session, as I like to call it, called As My Frontal Lobe Develops, where I sit and talk about anything and everything that comes to mind as my frontal lobe develops. Yeah, that's typically how the intro goes, I think. But yeah, I don't really have any specific updates for you guys, honestly. I went to New York. I'm moving to New York. Yeah. School's going fine. I hope school's going fine for you guys. What else? Oh, I saw Lord a few days ago. Shout out Greek Theater in Berkeley. Me and that venue are like this. That venue has seen me, and me and that venue have serious lore. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, yeah. So nothing new, really. Just a lot of schoolwork, a lot of work, social obligations, stuff like that. Tattooing obligations, things like that. I could do ASMR. No, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not. Anyway, sorry for disappearing if I did, and I actually do plan on having more episodes come out, and this time it's gonna be with my friends. So for all my friends who are watching, you're next, ho. Getting your ass on this fucking podcast series, okay? And you can't say no. Joking. You guys have free will. But like shout out all my friends. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I just want them to be a part of this little thing that I got going on here. Yeah. So that's happening. Gonna start out with like my closer friends, like my political science department friends, because I hang out with them more, and then we're gonna move on to like everybody else. And my best friends, of course. So yeah, that's the game plan. But the game plan for this episode is hobbies, transmutation, consuming to create, creating to consume, all of that fun stuff, being an artist in the day and age of AI and all of that stuff, just artistic queries and stuff like that. If you don't know me personally, you might not know that I actually have a lot of hobbies, and I don't know if that's evident from how gargantuan this room is and how many things you can see. But I have a few hobbies. Also, it's really funny that you can see like the little like giant like poster thing that says smash on that part of the wall. I need to move it back up towards my bed. I'm so funny. Guys, I am an adult, okay? I am definitely over the age of 18, don't worry. Like, anyway. Yeah, so I wanted to talk today about transmutation and how can you ethically consume and still make art, especially when like our dopamine receptors are fucking fried from how much content we consume on the daily because of Instagram and TikTok and all of that bullshit, and how we never want to slow down and appreciate things. And I'm saying this as someone who's a chronic phone user. At least I was a chronic phone user. Nowadays, I'm really not, because like I only talk to like the same like 3 people, I think. Yeah, like the same 3 people every single fucking day. Almost every single fucking day. I talk to one person consistently every day, and it's Ellie. Shout out to my honey bun. But it's like, yeah, I talk to the same 3 people every day. Shout out Shaz, Sam, and Eleanor. And yeah, I think that's all. I think those are the only like 3 people that I talk to consistently that like appear, which is great for me because I'm trying to be off my phone less. And it's like the one time that I do go on my phone, it's either to like text somebody like a TikTok or a reel, or keep my TikTok streaks alive, because I'm committed to those. I am. I have a 300 and hold on, let me check. My wife just texted me, aka Eleanor. Anyway, I have a 315-day streak going with Ellie right now, and bitch, I'm not giving that shit up. That's 30 more days and we hit a year, okay, guys? But I try not to brain rot too much. I kind of want to dedicate all of that time that I spent brain rotting to actually creating. But sometimes you need to consume in order to create. So where does that like fall? How can we ethically consume? Is there any ethical consumption under capitalism? No. But that's my political science brain speaking. We need the English brain to speak, okay? Anyway, yeah, I have just tried to stay off my phone more. I've made it less appealing. I think I've deleted Instagram like 4 times in the last like 3 weeks. It never lasts, obviously, but a girl can try. And I do think that I am staying off of it more, because I think, what are the only things I do on Instagram anyway? Like, text a reel? I think that's literally about it. Text a reel, post. That's it. I don't even like brain rot. I don't even like. What was the last thing I did on Instagram? The last thing I did on Instagram was hype my best friend up and send a reel. Yeah. I don't even like scroll. I don't. And it's the same with TikTok. I like send like silly little TikToks to all the people in my streaks, and yeah, that's about it. But how did I get to this point? Well, one, I'm extremely busy, and I have to use up most of my brain rot time to do homework, to read, do all of this madness. But once I'm done with that, like, what is the first thing that I do? Not go on TikTok. Actually, the first thing that I do is pull out my copy of The Secret History and read. But like to get to that point, it's like it takes a lot of like mental strain and also just like dedication to the craft of like not wanting to brain rot. Like I genuinely do not want to brain rot. Okay, like I be stimming though. I be stimming. I be saying 6 7 6 7. I be saying 6 7. I be saying la boo boo. Like stop, man, stop. But but also at the end of the day, like I have so many hobbies, and all of them require time. Like, okay, a lot of people that I've been like friends with have been like, dude, you do a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I do, because I don't want to fucking brain rot. I don't want to brain rot. I don't want to waste my time doing nothing. So you know what I do instead? I read, I write, I paint, I do photography, I make oh, my dog, hello Luna. I make music, I read tarot. Like, I do so much. What else do I do? I tattoo, I journal. I have so many hobbies that have taken up so much of my brain rot time. And I'm very happy about that, by the way, because why the fuck, why would I want to spend my time brain rotting? But also, sometimes you need to be able to consume. And that's okay. Let's go in a chronological order. First of all, what the fuck are my hobbies? Okay. If I had to make a composite list of everything, every single hobby that I have, music, traditional art, journaling, reading, writing, what else? Book binding, tarot, what else? Gaming, astronomy, astrophotography, what fucking else? God damn it. Fashion? Question mark? That's like a kind of a light hobby. I have a lot of stuff in this room, by the way. You guys have not had like a full room tour, and not everything is here. Legos. I have a lot. I have a lot that even I can't keep track of, and each of those things have like small little things. Like if you ask me how many instruments I play, I'm gonna tell you that I play 9, because I do. And to get to that point, it took a while. Okay, I'm only 19. I haven't even finished learning everything yet, and I don't even have every single instrument that I know how to play in this room. Wait, it's not 9 instruments. Okay, wait. It might be more than 9. I think it might be 10 or 12. One or the other. But music has been a part of my life for a long time. I've read so many books, and I keep reading books, and I just read and read and read and read and read all the fucking time because I'm crazy. But also it's because, it's required of my degree, and it's not the end of the fucking world. I am very happy that I get to read for my degree. A big part of my life is also writing. I have so many different books that I'm working on right now, and so many different worlds that I'm like building up in my head and on my walls. If you actually, there's nothing up on my walls right now, but there will be. And just so much. And then there's my spiritual practice that I'm not even gonna get into because I don't trust the internet with my spiritual practice. But there's that as well. And then fucking shit, like, what else is there? Yeah, there's a lot. And I'm very happy that I can dedicate so much time to my hobbies because I'm able to time manage like that. But sometimes I need to be able to consume to create something. And I've shifted my consuming from like TikTok brain rot to like actual things, which is good. But sometimes you need to be able to consume to create. And that's not a bad thing by any means. You need to be able to fuel your brain with something in order to create something, But if you have something that you want to do and you are actively putting it off because you feel like you can't do it, or because you spend your time brain rotting instead of actually making progress on something, you're doing a disservice to yourself. I think as humans, we have like this inherent need to want to create something. And I'm friends with a lot of musicians, okay? I'm friends with a lot of musicians who are not even pursuing a music career, but it's still something that I keep as a hobby. It's more of like an investment thing. Um, I mean, I love every single one of them. I do, and I think it's very admirable that they're able to still continue to make music and still like be musicians and like learn all this stuff even though they have other degrees. And you need to be able to have a hobby like that. You need to have something like that. Like, it's so important to your growth. I mean, fuck. The one instrument in here that I need to plan on getting better at, because it's the one that I have right now that I barely play, is my bass. I haven't. Poor Mickey. Mickey has not gotten any action lately. I learned actually no, I didn't learn. I made a tab for Pierce the Veil's Gold Medal Ribbon, because tell me there's no right tab for this fucking song. So you know what? I took matters into my own hands and I was like, okay, well, I know music theory, so I'm going to do that. And I did. And I feel like you need a hobby that teaches you and enables you to create something. Because if you don't, then you're kind of just stuck in your room all day brain rotting, and you don't want to brain rot. But, you know, we need to be able to consume things in order to create something. But your consumption should not be just brain rot, not just 6-7 or whatever the fuck is on. I don't know what's going on with the kids these days. Okay, I feel unk saying that. I'm like 19. I'm 19 and I feel unk saying that. But like, seriously, your consumption should not just be whatever the fuck is going on the internet. Your consumption should be books, it should be music, it should be different forms of engagement. Watch a film, read a book, journal, therapize yourself, do stuff like that. Because when you limit yourself to just consuming what everyone else is consuming on your For You page or whatever the fuck like your algorithm feeds to you, you're actively dumbing down your brain. Like, you are not giving yourself as much stimulus as you need, because as human beings, I feel like we have this inherent need to be able to want to create art. We want to be able to create things. We want to be able to do things. We want to be able to like consume things that actually, challenge our fucking brains. And if we don't do that and we limit ourselves to just like 6-7 la boo boo matcha Dubai chocolate, all that bullshit, then we are not only like killing the fucking dopamine receptors in our brains, but we're also not opening ourselves up to the creative prospects that we have and all of the fun things. Because it's like, when you I just noticed that they spelled my name wrong. Anyway, when you're stuck in a vacuum of like what everyone else likes and what everyone else is like saying and all that fun little stuff, like, yeah, it's fun for a little bit and it becomes like a little inside joke, but sorry, I'm testing my mic. At the end of the day, like, what did you do with it? What did you do with it? You did absolutely fucking nothing with it. Did you create anything? Like, what? Yeah, and I just feel like we all need a hobby or something that enables us to create. Because what are you doing with all of this consumption? You're consuming all of this for what? You're consuming all of this content for what? And it's going nowhere. You need to be able to create something from the content that you consume. This is why I recommend reading a book. I'm rereading The Secret History right now, and I'm having a fucking blast trying to, character analyze and all of that. I will write a paper on it for fun. And this is also why I think people need to go back to school, because I feel like school can help you a lot with wanting to express yourself and explore things that work for you and that don't. Especially because you're forced into like a group of people, like you're forced into a cohort and you become friends with these cohorts, and then you all like synthesize together and then you create like this magical like cohort of people, and it's fun stuff. But if you are actively just consuming and not doing anything with it, what the like what you're frying your fucking receptors. Okay, like actually you're frying your fucking brain receptors. Like it's all going to shit. I'm sorry. Do something with the art that you are consuming, especially if you're just okay, like you need to be able to challenge yourself. Don't just consume, and then don't challenge yourself to do anything with it. Truly, like, you need to be able to create stuff. You need to push yourself to create things. And it's fun when it's more fun when you're like a musician, because like when you get into bands, oh my god, it's so fun. Like any musician who has been in a band will tell you, like, that shit is so fun. And yeah, you guys are always like challenging yourselves and always changing things up and putting your own artistic spin on things, and then you have like a group vision, but you have your own individual visions, and they all kind of intermingle together, right? Do something like that. Or, challenge yourself to do something. Read a challenging book, watch a challenging film, and then challenge yourself to like analyze it from a different perspective. I saw him with one of my friends. Oh my god, I don't understand. Okay, tangent. I don't understand why people hated that film. It was like, oh, fuck, how long was that movie? It was directed by Jordan Film. Oh, it's called Goat. Oh well, it's a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.1 on IMDb. But it was, yeah, people are like hating on it, and I don't understand why. But anyway, we watched it, and then the entire way back home it was just like dissect. And I think I rated it like a 4. I think we both rated it like a 4.5 on Letterboxd. I mean, he doesn't have Letterboxd, so I'm the Letterboxd. Let me check my Letterboxd actually. Yeah, a 4.5 on Letterboxd, and you know what the average was? It was like a 2.5. And I'm like, why? Because I feel like that film challenged me to think about things and think about the cult of sports and all of that stuff. And it's like, that is what you should be doing with the art you consume. You should be analyzing it. You should be criticizing it. You should be looking at it from different perspectives and different angles. I think between the two of us, we looked at him from like 4 different angles of like, obviously, okay, and like him, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, because I will go on a tangent about this film. It was probably one of the best films I've watched this year so far. But it's like we analyzed this film from like 4 different angles, right? And it was like, obviously this is like a Jesus story, but also it's like, could it be like an Antichrist story, or could it be like I just read Paradise Lost, and I think I'm going to take it from that perspective as well. Could it be like a Paradise Lost kind of thing? Like, what are we doing here? But it's like, yeah. Or could it be, yeah, it was like, could it be a Jesus story? Could it be a Satan story? Could it be a God story? Like, what? Like, you can see it from so many different angles. And you should be doing that with all of the art that you are consuming. Like, The Secret History, I'm rereading that shit, and I'm like, wait, was Richard lying about this whole entire thing? Secret History spoilers, by the way, but that's also like 80 pages in. So it's 80 pages in that Richard admits that he's a liar, okay? So do we know that he was lying about the entire thing? I don't fucking know. But I'm rereading it, and I'm like, wait, I'm picking apart pieces of your narrative, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't seem right. So yeah, and I'm doing the same thing, and it's probably because I'm in like political science classes, and they're like challenging me to like overthink. But you should be overthinking art, bro. And you should be able to consume things that will only aid in your creativity rather than take away. I feel like, yeah. So get the fuck off TikTok, get the fuck off Instagram. Stop brain rotting. start ethically consuming things. Start watching films. Start reading books. I was about to say start watching books and start reading films. Okay, bitch. Anyway. But like start challenging yourself to think from different perspectives and like to see a different creative vision from what you just see on your stupid little phone. Because these things haven't been around forever, but you know what has? Human creativity. Take a challenging class, like take an art history class, take like an intro to film class or something like art appreciation, or an English literature class or an Asian American literature class or any kind of literature class, because they force you to read and analyze, and that's what you should be doing. Or, be crazy. Take a political science class. View the world from a different perspective, from an international academic lens. Do something like that. Don't limit yourself to just what the fuck you see on the internet, because the world is bigger than that. I feel like a lot of creatives nowadays get stuck up in what's going on the internet and making a profit off of their art, but it's like, your art should not just be something that you do for money. It should be something that you do because you love it. The second that you start doing things because you want to make money off of it, it's like, I kind of just give up. And I feel like it's the same for most people, because if your heart's not into it, then you're not going to be into it. And you should be into something, especially if it's something creative, because it's like you are pouring out a piece of your soul into a piece of art, and you are choosing to be vulnerable. You are choosing to impart your own view of things and your own interpretation of things, rather than doing it through the lens of someone else or imposing your own lens onto someone else. And that's good. Like, you should be vulnerable and you should create. I know it's hard now, especially because it's like AI is fucking everywhere, which, being an artist in the age of AI, it's like, it's stressful, it sucks, and I am scared every single day that my work is going to get ripped off of me and used somewhere else. But I also know that nothing can truly recreate what I have and who I am and my artistic vision on things. This is a freaky ass hold. Hold on. There we go. That's better. But it's like, nothing can truly recreate my creative vision and like who I am as a person. And I feel so good about that, because like at the end, like, a machine is not me. And I know it's hard for a lot of artists because you're seeing your work get stolen by all of these stupid little AI generative AI softwares and all of that. But it's better that you stay true to yourself than stress because a machine is trying to take advantage of you. Because at the end of the day, what outlives the machine that can rust is human creativity and human response and humanity and art in general. I saw something where it was like, AI has trouble creating hands, but it was the first thing that humans learned to do when they were doing cave paintings, because and I find it really poetic, because the machine can never recreate what's truly ours. It doesn't have that type of humanity, and it never will. And that's why you should embrace it, and that's why you should be creating with it, rather than giving up and being like, oh, whatever, people aren't really gonna care. No, people out there are people out there that care. I promise. I am one of them. I will watch anything and everything that people create, because I care. And because we need to reserve something like that. We need to be able to create. We need to be able to hold space in our own lives for our creativity and our art, because it's so important, especially nowadays. If we want to fight back against the system, we have to start here. We have to start from the inside. We have to start doing things. And a part of that is embracing ourselves and embracing our creativity, and not limiting ourselves to just brain rotting all the time. We should be taking things slow and being observant, because that's what it's like to be an artist. If you do, if you do everything that you love in art for money, you're not an artist. You're not. You're an entrepreneur, totally, but you're not an artist. To be an artist is to care, to observe, to take things slowly and intentionally, and actually, do something with it. I'm starting to get sleepy, which means I probably won't finish my homework, but that's okay. You should be doing something that you care about. Part of that is getting rid of brain rotting all the time. And I know it's hard, but my advice is mostly just to replace your screen time with reading, because it's fun, because it challenges your brain to actually, make images in your head and actually do stuff. Or you can replace it with watching films and then analyzing those films. Letterboxed, or like this. But, you should be doing something with it rather than sitting and doing nothing. It is so important to get your own view of things out there and get your art out there, because, if you aren't, who will? If you won't, who will? Sorry, incorrect grammar. It's 12 a.m. I'm sleepy. But yeah, stop brain rotting. Stop. Don't create to consume. Don't create to add to the system of consumption. Which is me basically saying, don't fast fashion your art. Don't make it rapidly just for people to enjoy, just because you like the money. Consume to create. Read books to write books. Watch films to make films. Start taking everything slowly, more intentionally, and then use what you've seen from other people and other artists, especially artists that inspire you, and actually do something with it. Then impart that interpretation of their art onto your own and see how it goes from there. Don't limit yourself either. If you want to do something, if you want to create something, do it. Don't put it on the back burner. Just fucking do it. If you want to be able to make it to a certain point in your life, you have to start working now. You have to start doing things now. You have to start creating now. Because the world literally waits for nobody. The world waits for nobody. And if you don't do it, who will? Stop limiting yourself because you think it's stupid or because you think it's not going to work out. If you keep thinking like that, then you're never going to be ready for anything. And you are already never ready for anything. I know you. I know what you are. But yeah, stop limiting yourself. Start doing things that you care about. And really take the initiative to do something about it, rather than sitting and complaining and being like, oh, woe is me. Start doing things about it and have fun with it. It's fun. It's fun to create. Even if it looks bad, you just gotta do it. Who cares? If you strive for perfection, then there's no fun in doing anything. If you strive for perfection, you lose your humanity. And if you lose your humanity, then you lose so much of yourself. At the end of the day, you're a human being. And to be a human being is to experience humanity in all of its facets. Humanity is not perfect. It's not meant to be. Your art should not be made to be perfect either. Perfection is also subjective. What you believe is perfect is not what the other person believes is perfect, and that's fine. But you should never make art because you want to achieve perfection or because you want to do it for the money. You should have fun. Yeah, so consume to create rather than creating to consume. Challenge yourself. Just do it scared. Do it no matter what. It'll be fine. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. I just wanted to talk about art and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, it is 12 a.m. It's 12:10, and I do need to take this makeup off and go to sleep. And hopefully read a little bit of Rousseau before I go to bed. But yeah, I hope that this video finds you well. I hope all of my artists, whether you're doing it as a hobby or doing it because you love it, I hope you hope you found this helpful and a little bit encouraging, because no one can recreate your art. No one can be you. It's good to be you. Yeah, I hope you have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon whenever you see this. I hope all of your plans go well. I hope you stay safe. Please stay safe. Especially for all my people out in San Francisco. I know ICE is coming there to the city, so please be safe. I'm sending love all the way to you, and all of my other people, all of my friends in Palestine and Sudan and the Congo, everywhere in the world, and everywhere here as well. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you stay safe, politically aware, politically right. I hope you keep fighting for what's right. And I hope you keep yourself accountable and safe and healthy. Remember to eat, remember to drink water, remember to do all of the good things that keep you functioning every single day. Yeah, and I think that's it. I hope you guys have a stunning day, morning, or night, or whenever you're seeing this video. Yeah, I hope you keep creating. That's all I really have to say. Really short episode today. I didn't want to really get into much. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bed. So, yeah. Good night, Veahlanders. I love you guys so much. You guys, please have a good time. I love you. Stay safe. Kisses. Bye-bye. Bonsoir. Bonne journée. Bonne soirée. Oui. Yeah. Okay, bye. Love ya.